Are you tired of being weighed down? Have you fallen asleep on your health? This is your wake up call with my dad, Keith, my husband, Kyle, and me, Ashley.
Good morning, everyone. It is day 121, and this is your wake-up call. It is a beautiful Tuesday outside, which means it's Tasty Tuesday. So, this week, I'm actually going to jump in here and get the conversation started. This week on Tasty Tuesday, we're going to look at probably one, and, we'll cover some more of these items later, but I want to talk about the health benefits of some fermented foods. I know in the past we've talked about things like nutritional yeast and some of the benefits that it brings, but there's other fermented foods out there that have, some beneficial aspects to them. And I think sometimes because they're new, or maybe just the price that's on them, we're reluctant to jump into them, but they can help us out quite a bit. And this morning I want to talk about kombucha. This drink is a little bit different. Now, for Southerners, our ultimate drink in the South, that Southerners identify with is sweet tea. A combination of sugar, black tea, steeped just the perfect amount of time, and then, 2.5 cups of sugar per gallon, it seems like sometimes. But that can serve as the base for something that can be extremely beneficial. Kombucha actually, is sweet tea, but a SCOBY, SCOBY is added to it. And what this is it's kind of a floating mass that forms at the top, but it's actually a symbiotic relationship between yeast and good bacteria. And so good SCOBYs, if you put them in, proper temperature, cup full of black tea, or a gallon of black tea with some sugar in it, it can actually convert that into a very, vitamin, nutrient, bacteria rich environment, that can be extremely beneficial to your, body. If you were to look, in what you find in the SCOBY. Now, I will tell you, if you ever see kombucha being made, the SCOBY is not the most beautiful thing on the planet. Kind of like a giant, disc that forms on top of the drink.
Like a skin.
Yeah, it's kind of like a skin. Like a jellyfish that kind of floats on top of the tea. But within that, let me kind of tell you some of the stuff that's in there. Probably the one that's the most popular and we hear the most about a lot of times, because they find a way to try to fit it into everything health related these days. Probiotics. So these are the good bacteria that help with nutrient absorption, and digestion. So, you got some probiotics in there. Malic acid, which helps with detox. You have amino acids, which are, they're the basic building blocks of protein within the body. You got oxalic acid, which is, kind of encourages cells to be stronger and kind of helps prevent them from being degraded. You got nucleic acid, which helps with cell regeneration, which you kind of have to think it's one of the things that helps fuel the cell. in the human body. Acetic acid, so has some antimicrobial properties. It helps with blood sugar stabilization. We've got enzymes, which are basically proteins that help speed up just natural biochemical reactions. There's a lactic acid, which helps with digestion, and gluconic acid, which helps fight off some of the bad bacteria and some of the bad yeast within the body to help foster room for good yeast and bacteria in the body. And then there's analgesics, which are, they're basically pain relievers. So this taking this tea, right, which tea itself already shows that it has, antioxidants in it, and that it's a good source of, or a better source of caffeine, than coffee. You take that and you transform it. You create something living out of it, and it is a living drink, because of the yeast and the bacteria in it. And so, Ashley and I have had a few of these over, the last few years, and, it's not something we go out.
We've never made our own. We've always bought it at the store.
Right. We've dabbled in it, just trying it, different flavors, just to see if there's one that we enjoy. And it's pretty decent. It's probably not, I will say it's not the most pleasant tasting all the time. However, it's generally not a lot within a container or a vial, not a vial, a bottle that you would get. Now, one of the things that happens is this. Here's how it works. Basically, you take a mother, what they call the mother SCOBY. This is this big jellyfish-looking thing, and as you grow it out, it really kind of becomes too big for the jar. You can actually take it out, cut it into pizza pie-like shapes. Excuse me. And use that new slice to start a whole new batch. So they will brew their tea up. They'll put their sugar syrup, solution in there. They'll add the SCOBY. The bacteria will actually go out and start to feed on the sugar in that tea. And in doing so, the byproducts that they create are these essential acids, the probiotics, the amino acids, all that's created within the drink.
And it carbonates it, right?
And it starts to carbonate, yeah, because whenever bacteria eats sugar, it produces, gases. So, which should tell us something about our sugar consumption, but that's another story for another day. It creates off gases, which in a bottling environment, you can actually naturally create carbonation within this drink. So it's fizzy, which if you're trying to kick the soda habit, could be a good positive influence. So here's some things that it's said to do and provide with. And some of this may come from the things that are in it, the fact that it helps your overall gut health. So, you have probiotics in your body. You want good bacteria, not bad bacteria. Sometimes that gets all out of whack, and it starts simply with, some of the antibiotics that you take throughout the year. that can change the digestive flora and fauna that you have, the stuff that helps process all this food. Well, this encourages good bacteria within your gut, which then can have effects in helping with, detoxification of the body. It provides an energy boost, not just because of the sugar or caffeine contained within it, which are trace amounts really at the point that you start to drink it, but because of it provides this good bacteria. It allows you to access new amounts of energy. And so, people who drink it on a regular basis claim to have a energy boost. It also helps with, mental clarity, because you're normalizing your blood sugar, bringing your blood sugar down. In addition, your body's getting the nutrients that it's needing because you've improved the overall, microbe health within your body. So they're producing the right amount of byproducts that help you to kind of process your food and your calories in the best way, and also clarify your mind by just giving you that little boost of energy. It's said to promote longevity. I think some of this may be with the tea that's included, because teas are high in antioxidants, so that helps. And then some people claim it as a cure-all. They kind of take it for everything, but there's not really evidence to support that. The biggest thing is that it, here it is as a carbonated beverage. It's way healthier than soda. Yes, there's sugar in it, but by the time the microbes and the yeasts are finished, the sugar content is down. Now, I will say that generally kombucha has a little bit of a alcohol taste to it because of that fermentation process. Some of those sugars are converted into alcohols, but it is a very, very, very minimal amount most of the time. So, in the long run, it's healthier than sugar because healthier than soda because the sugar content is down. But it's also healthier because it actually contains the vitamins. It contains some vitamins that we need to function properly. And last, as you're drinking it, not only are you getting the benefit of the fizziness, because I know some of us have to have that fizziness within our water, the carbonation to enjoy the things that we drink. But also it has all these vitamins in it that can help you function properly. And then the last thing, it helps in detox, which for us on our journey, we're trying to eat so that we, reduce inflammation, that we detoxify our body. And this is just another layer that we can add in to kind of help with that. So that's kind of
when you were researching this, did you find like a recommended amount or how often you should have fermented drinks or foods?
No, I didn't. They generally encourage them on a daily basis because it just helps to, build that overall gut health that provides a lot of these benefits.
Right. So I guess like drinking apple cider vinegar in the morning also promotes a lot of the same.
In some ways, and that's that may be something that we look into. I was thinking about, we could do kind of a series here with some different fermented foods and maybe talk about apple cider vinegar next week and some of the benefits it provides. But I think there's some very, similar benefits to both of those.
Mm-hmm.
And I know of one benefit to the apple cider vinegar that this doesn't necessarily provide. But you gotta tune in next week to find that one out.
Well, we've not had kombucha. That's such a weird word. I don't even ever know if I'm saying it right, but we've only tried it here and there, and so I've never had it often enough to know whether or not I'm getting good benefit out of it. So
Yeah.
I'm going to try to find out how much you actually need to drink and how often. Because I'm sure once every 3 months is not,
Right. Well, the more that you can drink it, the more you can benefit from it. Not to say you gotta drink it every 30 minutes, but I think if you had it on a daily basis, because what you're trying to do is just take those bad bacteria out, replace them with good bacteria. So the more good bacteria that you can put in your body, the more it can fight off those bad bacteria and essentially get rid of them.
So out of the brands and stuff you have tasted, which ones are your favorite?
GT's is probably my favorite.
Their particular flavor you like?
There's one called Synergy. That's pretty good. I know you had one this week, or maybe it was last week, or maybe it was over the weekend. You had one that was like a lemonade flavor.
That was actually Kroger brand. It was Simple Truth. So it was actually one of my favorites, but it also had a little more sugar in it than normal. I've had some kombuchas that I just can't finish because I just don't like the taste of it. But
yeah,
this one from Kroger was really good. It was raspberry lemonade. And I'm with you. So I've had some GTs that I really like too. Like the watermelon one is pretty good.
Yeah, there's some good brands. And here's the thing. You can create this at home. And a lot of people are starting to do that. You just have to have that mother, just a section of the mother.
Which you can get on Amazon.
You can get that on Amazon. I've also seen people too, purchase a bottle of kombucha, and dump it to get a starter going, just dump it into the carrier solution, which is that black tea with sugar in it.
Yeah.
And so what happens is that active live mother from the bottle interacts with the black tea, sweetened black tea, and starts to produce those yeasts and bacteria, and eventually then it forms its own SCOBY at the top. And then when you get ready with it, when it ferments, the proper amount of time, you just take the SCOBY out, you strain through the liquid, and then you're ready to make your next batch. So
there's a YouTuber that I watch a lot. Her channel is called Sarah's Vegan Kitchen, and she has been making kombucha a lot lately. So I actually learned a lot watching her make some the other day. So I'm sure there are lots of other videos and stuff out there, but I really like watching this girl. So if you are interested in making your own, I would recommend going and watching some of her videos. I don't know if that's something that I'll ever try to do. It sounds like something Kyle might try, but
well, I mean, there's a little bit of scientific experimentation to it, and it's kind of like any fermentation science, which, there's going to be some foods, like I said, I'm hoping we can talk about some of these different foods over the next few weeks, because every culture kind of has their own fermentation process that they use for their food, because it's a natural preservation technique. It helps keep things longer.
Where did kombucha come from? Who started doing that in the first place?
I think it came from the East. So, I think this was possibly an Asian continent creation. Okay, here we go. Chinese, because it comes from the word kombucha is kombu, which is the physician's name, or what you call a physician, and cha, which is tea. So kombucha.
Cool.
So the doctor's tea, essentially.
Well, thanks, Kyle. I hope everybody learned a lot today. I learned a lot today about the health benefits of kombucha. So y'all should go to the grocery store and try a bottle. They've got all kinds of varieties. They even have some that have chia seeds and stuff in them, which don't look good at all because I don't like chunky drinks. But you may like it. I don't know.
Maybe so.
Maybe.
It's worth giving it a try. I probably wouldn't go out and get all the supplies to make your own right off the bat.
No, I wouldn't without trying it.
Now, one of my biggest complaints about this product, though, is its price. It is a little pricey.
It's like $3 for like a 16-ounce bottle, or $4.
Right. So, it is a wee bit pricey, but I think as it gains popularity, that price is going to drop.
I don't know.
So, well, guys, thanks for listening this morning. If you have any questions about what we've discussed this morning, you can check us out on social media and shoot us questions there. Don't forget to subscribe and hit like. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're following us on other streaming services, go ahead and make sure you're subscribed to us so that you get updates on that day-to-day basis. We're doing this for 365 days, and we'd love to have you be a part of all of them. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.